Yeah, Mike, you're on the air in Boston.
Hey now.
Hey now.
I wanted to comment about that whole thing with Sal and his wife.
Yeah.
I actually went through something similar. I was in ex-wife for 11 years, and she pulled that whole just a friend thing, and I actually went out and I did some investigating on my own, and I actually caught her in the act. And I actually tried to work things out with her, sort of like what Sal's trying to do for the kids, and it just doesn't work.
Well, you know, Sal's situation is different than yours in that, he's Sal and you're you, Mike. And I want to say something. You know, I heard this morning, I didn't hear it when it aired live, but I heard the wrap-up show where Will really came down on Sal.
Yeah, I heard that too, and it was very odd.
It was very disturbing from, I do admire Sal and his wife for trying to fix this. I mean, I know how hard that can be.
And I think it's rather heroic.
And I think Sal is actually saying all the right things. He's accepting his side of fault. He's not saying Christine doesn't have fault in this, but he can't speak for her. He's just pointing out his own faults. I'll play you what happened on the wrap-up show. And I think Will
It wasn't a fascinating fight, though. I must congratulate
I
him
actually
on
think
that.
the whole thing is, if she did something, though, the first step is she needs to admit it.
Well,
She says she
Sal
didn't.
says he is satisfied that nothing more happened.
Look, Sal's in a weird place right now with his marriage. And the fact of the matter is the guy is struggling and hoping to keep it together. And I thought Will's comments were somewhat out of line. I'll play it for you.
Will was cruel.
Yeah, I mean, I know Will doesn't really have the life experience to understand this. Will's a guy who's engaged. He's probably at the best point in a relationship he can be. And,
but
shit
he has
happens.
no idea what a relationship takes, it sounds to me.
So anyway, did you hear this, Artie?
No, I did not. I'm curious as a guy who doesn't know what a relationship takes either.
Well, listen to this. I think
No,
Sal's strong.
first of all, before I hear this, I want to go on record as saying I admire what Sal's doing too, and he's walking on eggshells in here.
Will says he speaks for a lot of people, but the only person it seems who doesn't understand is Will.
Let's play the tape.
And today was just embarrassing, Sal. I gotta tell you,
Why?
man, everyone in the back office is like, "Are you kidding me with this guy? You have no balls anymore."
Oh, dude, you know
seriously,
what? You're not married. You have no
It doesn't
fucking
matter
idea
if
what you're
I'm-
talking about. It's
no,
not an
listen,
issue of
I am
balls.
not talking
You
about-
haven't been through my life. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You don't know.
I know
all
that you're
the bullshit.
apologizing for
You don't-
everything that your wife has
I'm
done.
apologizing for my end, and that's the only end I could come
And what
to
is
right
that?
now.
That you weren't
My
there
end.
emotionally enough for her?
Well, maybe-
you haven't done enough at home.
Maybe.
I mean, this is night and day
you
from
been
the
in
guy
my
who
house?
recall.
Have you been in my house? You haven't seen what went
No,
down.
but I know this is night and day from the
Yeah,
guy
but
that
you know
recorded
what,
a song
Will? All
3
I
weeks
could
ago
do-
before his own wife cheated on him. So how
Yeah,
is
but
that
first
your
of all,
fault?
It's not my. I mean, I have something to do with it, but I can't talk for Christine right now. All I could say is where my fault lies in this. That's all I can do.
What was your fault again?
Well, I mean, how many times do I have to explain this? I mean, it's almost like a broken record by now. There were issues in our marriage where we veered apart, and I pushed her away, and she had this friend. And you know what? I've come to the conclusion that nothing did happen between them. Even though everybody's making a joke and everything else, I really believe that. The more I talk to her, and the more I talk to my therapist, I really believe it. And that's one of the main reasons why she doesn't harbor any real heavy guilt. Because...
I'm just telling you, people are laughing behind your back.
That's fine. Let them laugh all they want. You know what? But at least I know I'm trying to save my marriage and be the best father I can be. So if you want to laugh at that,
but
go
to
ahead,
what end?
laugh away. To what end what? We had a bad fucking marriage. I treated her like shit. I pushed her away. Now I'm going to therapy to get her back and fix it up. Is that a bad thing?
And you lose your balls in the process?
How do I lose my balls?
Because, like you said...
You want me to go home and call her a cunt and a fucking whore?
No,
and
I'm
you
not
want my
saying that
kids,
either. I'm
And
not
you want
saying
a
that
broken
is,
marriage?
but it sounds like all the
So where's the
compromise-
balls?
Because it
this
sounds
is
like-
not an issue of balls. This is fucking life, dude.
No, it has
This
to do
is
with
real
you
life.
giving
This is
into
12
every
years.
demand that she
I'm
has.
not giving into every demand.
course you are.
No,
What-
I'm not.
what have you-
I'm recognizing my faults, and that's all I could do right now. She's not here to defend herself. She's not here to tell her side of the story. All I could tell you is why I drove her to where she went. That's all I could do.
So
But that's not an issue of balls by me saving my marriage to raise my kids so we don't grow up in an environment like I did. That's being a fucking man. And if it's cool for somebody to go out there and say, fuck you and blah, 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 and you don't have any balls, you know what? Go fuck yourself because you're the guy, you're 90% of the reason why marriages and kids and people are dysfunctional because you're being selfish and stubborn. I'm looking at my family. I'm looking at my wife, I'm looking at my faults, and I'm looking at my kids. And right now I only have one concern, how to fucking fix it. So if you want to talk about balls, that's fine.
Well, I think you just admitted what the whole basis of this thing is that, like you said, you don't want to grow up in a house like you did, so you'll go to any cost to save your marriage for your kids'
I
sake.
love my wife and I love my kids dearly, and I'm recognizing the problems and I'm trying to fix it. And it's not an issue about balls.
Well, if
balls don't have
if that's a
anything to
happy
do with
life
it.
for you, then so be it.
Well, right now
I hope
it's
you're
not
happy.
Well, right now, it's not a happy life. It's a very, very difficult life that I'm dealing with right now. But you know what? I'm committed to make it work, and my wife is committed to make it work. So we hit a pitfall. We'll get out of it, and I'll do anything I can to do. If I love her and I love my kids enough, I'll do anything that I can. No. And I'm not going to put my ego before my heart and before my family. If you want it, that's fine. If it's an issue with balls, go ahead. But you know what, Will? I wish, and God forbid this ever happens, I wish you never, ever you get in a situation like I did.
Well, there you go. Well said, Sal.
Yes.
Man, was that somebody else? That's the most
I don't know
mature
who
I've
that
ever
was.
heard Sal in my life.
That was
He's
about
a
as real as it
different
gets.
guy.
He's
Yeah.
never been so coherent.
You know, people tend to act like 8th graders around here. Will has the balls to go to him. People are laughing behind your back. What should Sal give a fuck
Right.
if any one of these gaggle of 7th grade girls back there is laughing
So
behind
he'll
his back?
leave his wife, destroy his marriage, and they'll leave him,
impress
and
Will.
they'll
Yeah.
still be
Just
laughing.
so someone back there isn't laughing at him?
Yeah.
What are they? What the people are sound like they're 12 years old
And
around
thank
here.
goodness Sal realizes, screw you,
Yeah.
and screw my ego. Even my family's at stake.
Sal said the exact right thing, man.
I'll play a little more then.
I mean, really, Sal defended himself, and he should have.
I'll
I
play
have
a little
to
more.
hope that Will was just being funny.
No, he
No.
wasn't.
Will's a little
He's as
nuts.
serious as his cancer was.
I got a wife who lets me dip my
balls.
balls on somebody's face on the air. I got a wife who puts up with fucking awful songs. I got a wife who sends me on the road every fucking
Your wife had
weekend.
heard the
and
songs before
doesn't-
she came in here.
But she doesn't break my balls. Do you understand what I'm saying? She doesn't break my balls.
Because she doesn't listen to Sirius.
No, it
basically.
has nothing to do with that. She compromises with me a lot too. She's not here to tell her side of the story. All I know is that like I said, we've come into a situation that's really ugly and really bad, and I'm working towards fixing it. If I go there, Will, and I just cross my arms and go, fuck you, you fucking whore, you fucking cunt, and this is the way it's got to be, is that going to help or hurt the situation? What do you think it'll do?
No, but does she bear any responsibility for what
Yes,
happened?
she
Because according
does.
to you, she doesn't.
Yes,
it's all
she
on
does,
you.
but she's not here to discuss it, nor does she care. You know why? She's not here to discuss it because she's that serious about it. And she doesn't want to make it a fucking circus that I, again, have turned it into.
But Sal, I'm telling you, when you go in the studio, the way people hear it is, this was my fault. I need to improve myself to make the situation
and you're right,
better.
and all I could do is discuss my end. I can discuss my faults. I can discuss why I pushed Christine away. But she's not here to discuss why she did what she did. She said she had an emotional friend. Whatever the deal is, it is. All I know is that I got 3 kids that I love dearly. I have a wife with a 15-year track record that I love dearly, and I'm trying to fix my fucking marriage. Some people decide to say fuck off and leave their kids and wife, and they're happier. Some people say, hey, what can I do to make it work? I'm just trying to make it work.
Hey, Sal, come in here. I got to applaud you on that.
Really?
And Will, I got to tell you, you're out of line.
He is being a man. That's absolutely being a man. Absolutely, and I agree with him.
You know who called in and made the most sense? It was really shocking. Ralph.
Really?
Yeah, Ralph took Sal's side.
Well, I know where you're coming from and everything, and you got, listen, you're in a relationship now. You're in the
You're about to get married.
You're in the beautiful
He's
stage.
the expert
But,
now.
Sal, you made the most sense ever, and I'll tell you what, I really do applaud you.
Thanks, man.
Sal, I want to marry you.
Oh,
Well,
Not a problem.
Will, do you regret anything you said yesterday?
I think it came off wrong. I don't think it was anything against Sal. Like, I love Sal. I think he's a great guy. But I think the way that this whole thing is played out in the air, he sounds like he's taking full responsibility for
He
everything.
is, though. He's taking full responsibility for himself, and he's explaining to you that Christine does take responsibility, but he can't tell you what she's responsible for. That's not his side of the story.
Right, but you don't hear that on the air, so it doesn't sound like that. It just sounds like, his wife had an emotional partner, and it's all his fault.
Well, there's a lot of he's accepting his fault in this
But
instead of
also-
going home and saying.
But does this
"You know
sound like
what?
Sal,
You had no,
by the way?
but that's what's good about
but I
it.
think
No, because it's his therapy talking.
But that's
and
good.
it's 2 hens going at him.
Well, listen, he's got 2 choices. He could go home and say, "Listen, you motherfucker, you got a friend. Fuck you. Fuck you. Now you got to fucking make up for this and blah blah blah." And she'll divorce him.
So that's
In
gonna
other words,
fix it.
it'll be more of the same Sal
And
shit.
my family and children crumble.
Right.
Everything crumbles.
Yeah, I mean, what would you have Sal do?
No,
Let me hear
you're
what your
right.
solution would
That's
be.
what he's got to do. I guess,
He loves her, and he wants to be there for her. He realizes he's been kind of shitty in his attitude toward the marriage.
And when you talk about he's taking your shit. to do this. He's withstanding your laughter.
Bullshit. I'm not the one that went on the air and talked about it for an hour.
No,
That's the only reason anyone busted his balls. And before this, everybody knew what was going on behind the scenes. I never said one thing to him before he brought it up on the air, so that's not fair either.
Not the point. The point is once he did, you're the best buddy who's laughing at him.
I'm not laughing at him. I'm just saying Sal, man.
I'm laughing at him.
Yeah, I mean,
I can laugh at him, but I respect what he's doing.
But you didn't say it to his face. Will was the one who told him you were laughing.
Jumbo, you're on the air in Wayne, New Jersey.
Because that's fun to hear.
Yeah, go ahead, Jumbo.
Howard, longtime fan. Thank you for all the great years of radio.
Thank you.
Sal,
Yeah, man.
you wear a skirt when you go home now?
Yeah, your wives. After I come in it, you fucking piece of shit. Drop that asshole.
That's all right. You could wear it. What's left for you, Sal? Sal, you better be home by 6 o'clock tonight. Sal, you better go out and get the groceries. Sal, you better do whatever I say.
Okay.
This is what's wrong with husbands and what's going on with men in general. Artie, I can't believe you're agreeing with all this stuff.
Hey, listen, man, he's talking about children here, and he's doing everything he can not to have the kids come from a broken home. And what you're talking about is the other extreme.
Right.
How do you know Christina's going to act like that? They're
But
trying to come
Jumbo.
they're trying to come to a happy medium. And the fact is, you can't judge Sal with what he's saying on the air because a shitload of stuff is going on off the air, and you have to understand that.
Hey, Jumbo, though, you're taking the hard line. I mean, Jumbo, the fact is, this guy's got.
You're taking advice from a guy named Jumbo.
But Jumbo, you got, I know that hard ass attitude, like, hey, fuck her, she's an emotional friend, fuck her.
Is this guy married?
Howard, I lived this nightmare. I was married for 21 years, and I tried to do what Sal did. And you know where it got me? It got me a lot of heartache and a lot of pain years down the road. So,
all right, Jumbo.
Sal, get ready, because it's coming out.
All right, so pass me the skirt you were wearing for 21 years, you faggot.
All right, thank you, Jumbo.
I'll get it from your mother.
All right.
it just, what surprises me about the whole thing is that, like, Sal, even off the air, would talk about how miserable things were at home, and then he finally has supposedly an out. And it's like, no, wait, I really do love my wife, and things completely change. But
the thing,
it's like, who are you for real?
Okay, I'll tell you who I am. I'm a married man going through the typical wages of marriage.
But it was beyond that, dude. I sat with you and Christine at a dinner, and you guys couldn't even look at each other.
You're right. And that's the point that we got to. And then all of a sudden, there was a wake-up call one day. I was on one end. She was on the other end. We weren't talking anymore. We had 3 children.
I get it.
And I stopped and I said right in the bed, I said, what the fuck has happened to us? How did we get here? You're my college sweetheart. You're the girl I fell in love with. And all of a sudden, it just snowballed and snowballed. And one day, boom, it's a big explosion. She's got an emotional friend. I don't want to live at home anymore. And I'm like, do I want to leave? Do I want to tell her to go fuck herself? Or do I want to make it work? And I decided to make it work.
You know what's
Life sort of
shocking?
called his bluff, and he realized he doesn't want it out. I mean,
what's
he
shocking
wants to
is
try to make it work.
that Sal went to college.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Maybe
maybe Christine was in college.
That's impressive to me.
You want to hear I met her in college? In the cafeteria. We both were dicking around.
Let's go
I went
to,
for one semester.
King of All Blacks. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
More than I got.
Sal, I love you, man, but I think personally you're wrong in this because, listen, all you had to do, if Beth did that to Howard, he wouldn't stay with her.
Everybody, and you know what? And you're right. And there are a lot of people who decide to leave. There are, but I decided not to.
Everybody's
I
different.
think
Everyone's
what Sal is saying is this is the woman that he really is in love with, and that he has really been treating her like a doormat and not treating her right. And that he does hold some responsibility. In maybe her response wasn't the greatest, but the fact of the matter is he holds responsibility into driving her crazy. And now he's saying, I want to go back to how I used to romance her in college and maybe see if there's something there. He doesn't even know if there's anything there. He's going to try.
Let me use the analogy of a man hitting a woman. He's going to come. He's going to beat her up because I've been in that situation. You come back and you say, I'm not going to do it anymore. And she forgives you. And then you do it again. When somebody forgives you, they're not going to stop doing what they're doing. They're going to stop for about a year, but then they're going to go.
Well, that's you. You couldn't stop beating him.
He's in therapy because he wants to see all of the problems,
right?
And they want to work through this so that they know how not to get into this situation again.
Because he's in love with her.
Because she's the mother of my children, dude. She's my wife. I mean, she's somebody who I want to spend the rest of my life with.
He doesn't want her being with another man. He wants to be the man.
I'm in love with my dog, but if he bites my dog, I'm going to have to get rid of him.
You're comparing your dog to a wife. Interesting analogy.
Really?
Yeah, because
who you hit.
They're dispensable.
Does your wife chase cars, too?
But if my wife cheated on me emotionally and all that bullshit, you think she wouldn't be living here?
All right.
So what's the
That's
guy's
the hard
point?
line. That's the hard line. That's the hard ass thing.
How many kids I got?
Yeah.
I don't care if
how
I
do
got
you
3
think-
kids. Bob.
Yeah, but if you treated her and beat her and treated her like a fucking piece of shit,
Then you deserve what you get.
then you got to hold some responsibility and say, well, I love this woman. Maybe I will go into therapy and fight for her because my next relationship's going to be
And
shitty
how do
too.
you people think marriages survive? Without any problems?
Listen,
No, it's
my
people
mother-
getting
I was-
through the problems that make marriages survive.
I guarantee, my parents or your parents never went through any emotional cheating.
Oh,
But
sure they did.
my father didn't treat my
different era,
mother
dude.
the way Sal was treating his
She
wife.
treated your mother like a man should treat a woman. That's why she stays with
That's
him.
right. So he realizes he was out of line.
Out of line with what?
But the way he was treated,
treated.
I can't argue with this fucking guy.
And
an idiot.
besides all that, you don't know what anybody's relationship is like when, you meet them, 50 years into their marriage.
Plus, I've met a lot of people as well in my situation who have fixed their marriages up. So some people have split
Some
up, like
people have
like
worked it
Jumbo, and some people have stuck it out.
Some of the
Iceberg.
happiest people I know are people who went through a lot of crap and figured it out.
My initial reaction would have been more like what Will's talking about, but
Right.
if I had somehow gotten through that and not be in jail for beating the shit out of the emotional friend, I would like to think I'd be as mature as Sal's being in this case. I mean, what's the guy's option? Go home, tell her to fuck off, move into some shitty apartment. You're
that's
broke.
it.
You see your kids once every 3 weeks. You hope that they're doing well and not affected by this, or do you do what Sal's doing? You bite the bullet and try to make it work. I think you do what Sal's doing. I'm not saying I'd be mature enough to do that, but that's
I don't know that I would
that's
either.
why I'm going to be 40 years old and I haven't found the chick yet.
Let me ask you something, though, Artie. What is your business with the guy who's the emotional friend? Why are you beating the shit out of him?
Just
Yeah.
because I'm an asshole.
That's what any guy would do.
Emotional
Right, I
friend
mean,
didn't
that's
do
my
anything
initial,
wrong.
my initial
That's
reaction
all
would be
guys
Not
do.
any guy would do that. The
lot of
emotional
guys
friend
would.
didn't do anything wrong.
No, he didn't. But something. It's your emotional friend inside
Look,
of you
it's
that
just-
goes like, "You motherfucker!
It's
you
between
fucking
you and your wife."
went in my fucking stall. Fuck you."
I'm just saying, I agree with Fred. I'm just saying how I would first react.
I ain't
to
saying
it.
Because
you
he
gotta,
knows something-
I'm saying you got to love the
also-
guy, but what is Sal
Also,
got?
the guy himself is married, which is a shitty.
That's
fucking,
his issue with
Then,
his wife.
that's a
his
shitty
and
thing
his
too.
wife's issue.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
come on, let's be rational for a second. Let's stop all the posturing
deserves
here.
to be
No, I said what I said was irrational, and it would have been wrong.
You know,
and,
the one
believe
thing-
me, and you know what, Artie? I know you wouldn't beat the shit out of the
Right.
emotional
You sit in
friend.
your home
you're
and
being
drink
a big
beer.
shot.
I don't know about
Wouldn't do it.
that.
I know you wouldn't.
All right,
I know
fine.
you wouldn't because the fact of the matter is,
I'm saying it's
I don't know.
wrong.
it's your wife. It's not. It's not.
Artie's got a dark
the
side
friend.
to
I'm
him.
saying the emotional friend might beat the shit out of me. I don't know how big the emotional
Any dude in the world could come along and pick
You're
it
saying
up.
there's going to be a fight. You don't know who will win.
Yeah, I'm going to try to beat up the
It might be a
emotional
fight with your wife, but not the emotional
Right.
friend.
When something that serious happens in your relationship, the last thing you're thinking about is the emotional friend.
Right,
You're
yeah.
thinking about what you
know
can
what,
do
Sal?
to
Then
fix
you're
your
more
family.
involved than I am too.
No, listen, let me tell you
applaud
something. It would drive me crazy to hear that, let's say, Beth had an emotional friend. It would drive me crazy and insane. But I know I'd be able to say, wait a second, as hurt as I am by this, it's her and my relationship that's going foul. It's got nothing. Sure, there are guys who want to. Christine's a very beautiful woman. There's no doubt there are guys waiting in the bushes to fucking hop on top of her. It's up to her to say I'm committed to Sal.
The other
Right.
place where Sal's being mature too is ignoring all these theories, like I had and Beth had, that it wasn't just emotional.
Right.
And he's choosing to overlook that too, which is fantastic. This is all great for your family.
But what is the limit? Like, at what point in a relationship do you say?
Here's the limit.
Well,
Here's the
everybody's
limit.
different. I don't know.
I'll tell you the limit. It's very simple.
Right.
If Sal makes all of the effort in this relationship that he has to do from his end, and Christine doesn't,
There's the limit.
that's the limit.
But doesn't that seem like it's happening a little bit?
No,
I don't know.
you
what
don't
he's
know
going
that.
on
He
and
hasn't-
off
you don't know
air.
what Christine
He
is
hasn't
doing.
done that yet.
I've heard things from Sal, and I like I said, I don't remember if it's on or off air, which makes me think that it's not completely even.
It's I like I said on the air, like I'm working towards it, and she's become desensitized because of the relationship we've had in the past.
Desensitized.
Yeah.
Buzz
Why,
Wilson.
I got a question.
Well,
why,
well,
is
you know
Will,
what?
why is Will so down? Every time he talks about like something that's a positive thing, you joke
I
about
like
it. And you
Sal.
no, but you every time he says something about desensitized or whatever, something
Because
goes
it
into the
doesn't sound
therapy
like
thing,
Sal. Does it sound like the Sal you know?
It sounds like
isn't that-
it
that might
sounds
be
like
a
a
good thing.
The Sal we
How do
know
you know
better
that?
wise up, and he's trying to.
Yeah.
See, the Sal you know was doing a really bad job.
I'll tell you what desensitized
He's
is.
changing for the
what
good.
it's what I learned about my fucking wife. If I and you know what? And if I listened to her a little bit more in the past, maybe I wouldn't be here right now.
It's going to help his life. It's going to ruin his comedy. It'll help his
There's a theory
Richard.
going around that Will's the emotional friend.
It's true. I would.
And he wants you out of the picture.
That's why he's laughing.
That's right.
He wants you to stop working so hard.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
I wish Will well in his marriage. It's going to be a fucking disaster and a nightmare. Like listen. It's almost in every marriage there are nightmares, and there are just these things that you go through that they're inevitable.
Let's take a couple of phone calls.
That's it.
Tony from Peachtree, Georgia. Go ahead.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Howard, I was hoping maybe we could get a moratorium discussing Sal's marriage on the radio. There's no way that marriage can survive under a 10 million power microscope it's under right now.
Well, maybe you're right, and I think Sal's done a pretty good job of putting it in its proper
job.
perspective. Scott, you're on the air. Go ahead in St. John, Canada.
Hey, how you doing, Howard?
Hey now.
I was actually just wanted to comment, like, what's going on with Sal right now? I went through the exact same thing, and I actually went there. I went through the whole divorce thing, and I've actually since got remarried. But I'll tell you right now, you never get over that. Like, I still got a lot of love for my ex-wife, and, I mean, I think she's the greatest, and I realize that I fucked it up myself. But the thing is if you go down that road, you can't turn it back. If not, like, I applaud Sal. I think he's doing the right thing by trying to make it work. And if it at the end it fails, then he can't say that he didn't try his hardest at least. So.
Was your wife with an emotional friend, or did she actually cheat on you?
No, I had the emotional friend.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, there you go. The emotional
had the
friend.
emotional
I think
friend.
executives at NBC should have a whole new sitcom called Emotional
Friends.
Yeah, I think that's the new buzzword.
Maybe that's your new sitcom. Make yourself the emotional friend, though, in the sitcom.
And by the way, another point, like, if Sal really wants his marriage to work so much, why, like, 2 minutes after therapy was he in here talking about it for 45 minutes?
Well, that's a different
first of
issue.
all,
I think that's wrong, too, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, and I recognize it was wrong.
He
Also,
can't
but-
help himself.
He's
really
got a
can't.
compulsive situation.
It was airtime, Will.
He's at the very beginning
Yeah,
of this
it was.
process, Will.
John, go ahead.
Hey now, Howard. How
Hey,
you
now.
doing? Listen, I honestly think Will's a complete fucking asshole, man.
It's not the first time I
He's
heard
got no
that.
clue. He's engaged. He's getting laid every single night. He's got no kids interfering in anything. Where they don't have a fucking minute to talk.
Yep.
What he said yesterday, man, he really does. He's got no fucking clue. I don't know who he was speaking for. I don't know if it's some other guys behind the scenes and he was their voice, but come on, Will, man. You're not even in the same league as anybody that even has kids.
I got to take a break. Sal, I'm proud of you.
Thanks,
for whatever,
man.
emotional friend or otherwise. And Will, come on, give him a break. Huh? How about? All right, we'll be
I
back.
can't wait
Let's
till
see
he's
you in 10
here
years,
telling
Will.
the
Will, may you
story.
never have a
Yeah.
problem. Sal, may you fix yours.
Yes. Thank you, Father.
Go in peace.
What is it, Bob? Uh-oh, I guess we're not done with this topic. Yeah, Bob.
Hey, what's up, Howard?
Hey.
Listen, Sal's got to understand something. From the kid's perspective, my fucking mother, when I was 13, she started fucking my older brother's friend. So if he doesn't nip this shit in the bud now,
Well, he's trying to.
yeah, but this, you know, you can't trust these women.
People are
Because now
calling
I'm all
in
fucked up.
with
Well-
extraordinary circumstances.
Your
of
mother
hell.
started
I mean,
screwing your older brother's friend?
Yeah.
Her emotional
Wow.
friend was her older brother.
yeah.
Was your mother hot?
I mean, the one thing that Sal did
Yeah,
say
my mother
when
was-
Sal first came in here and started talking about this, the one thing he said was that Christine asked him in therapy for a chance to go talk to the emotional friend and end things, to have a conversation.
Yeah.
right.
And I was like, well, no.
Well, there was a woman.
No way.
And what?
Bullshit.
There
That's what I'm
was a
saying.
woman.
What are you ending?
Yeah.
That's weird.
If it's just a friend, you can say,
What's
send
the
a note.
end? Yeah. But there was a woman on the air yesterday who, also made some very good points. She said she was in the exact same position. This guy sort of snuck in while she and her husband were having problems and became the emotional friend.
Right.
And, she and her husband tried to work it out, but the husband could never fill that space that the emotional friend had discovered.
The emotional
And
parasite.
she wound up leaving her husband and I
Well,
guess going with the emotional friend.
I do admire Sal and Christine for trying to work this out, because you're right, this is complicated.
Yeah.
Clearly you guys have made up. Everything's okay?
We're
Well, the
good,
truth
man. This is my
was-
new emotional friend.
Yeah, the
Are
truth
you
is
guys-
we've been gay lovers all this time, and Will couldn't hold back, and he had to let
Sure.
it out. And,
Now we're good.
So it's jealousy. That's where all that rage
Yes.
came from yesterday.
No, I definitely,
I know where Will's coming from too, because I have no problem with what Will's feeling. Like, here I am, I'm making the songs, every day I'm miserable. Like, we go out to dinner, it's always miserable, nasty. This is the part where Will was expecting me to say, fuck you, cunt. Well, I can see,
somewhat, yeah.
I was more leaning in that direction based on my frustration in the past 2 years on the show. And then Will's just like, what happened? Like, you know, all this anger, and now you're just like, it's all my fault, and, you know, but that's not the case, you know, it's just that all this anger and frustration over the past 2 years was just, you know, it was something that was built up between both me and my wife, and we just were veering apart, and when you have 3 children, and I do love my wife, you know, when it comes to that big crescendo in the end, you have to say to yourself, what do I want to do? Do I want to leave? Do I want it to be ugly, or do I want it to work? So I chose to make it work, and the only way I can make it work is by recognizing my faults first.
Will, are you able to see his perspective despite the buzzwords and the fact that you see a huge change in Sal's personality?
I love this guy. I just want to make sure he's happy.
Yeah,
for real.
I know Will's looking out for me. He's a good guy.
But Sal mentioned, you know, he's doing it for the kids. You know, that's a big part of it, and to hold on to his first love, basically. So, I mean, are you able to see this, or is it still too much of post-psychiatry Sal going on here?
What?
Like are you able to see his perspective, or is it too much? You know, with the therapy and the buzzwords and.
We'll see. We'll see Sal in a few months, see how it goes. I hope everything works out for him, though.
Yeah.
But,
exactly.
You know.
Hey, you know, it's just life. You know what I mean?
But Will, if you were in fact the emotional friend and it got physical, what would that look like with Sal's wife?
Nice. There you go. So, there it is.
Guys, something's really off with my computer. Do you hear what it's doing?
Oh, that's going on by itself?
Yeah, it's all happening on its own. And Gary.
Ah, that's funny.
Yeah, I told Scott what was happening.
Holy. It's fighting back.
Maybe this is the day that Cyberdyne becomes self-aware. And it's attacking us.
Rise of the machines.
Yes.
You want to hear something weird about this machine? I have a computer in front of me with different pages, as you guys know. It keeps printing out 666.
Oh, no.
I swear to God. You got to come see this. Look at this, Artie. Look at this. It keeps printing out 666. You see it?
And your computer keyboard's jammed somehow or something.
Nothing's laying on it? Nothing did.
No. The mouse is messed up, or the keyboard's kind of jammed in somewhere.
Somebody spilled something?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. No one's near it. And it keeps printing. You see that 666 across the top? And then every time I try to switch pages.
You get a keyboard under there?
I have no keyboard. Where the fuck do I have a keyboard, Scotty?
Okay. They took it.
Okay, well, they took it out.
You want to hear something funny while Scott's working on it? What is it?
It was on the 6 on the key. There was something on.
Oh, wow. There is a keyboard and
thanks.
something was lying on it.
Wow.
I knew I'd get to the bottom.
I'm a bald detective.
No, you're the devil.
I'm Sherlock Baldy.
Let me see if I can fix this now.
What would you do if you did have a 666 carved in your head and you realized?
It wasn't the thing.
beast.
It wasn't the thing anymore to do. Like you did it when you were a teenager.
I'd go, wow, I wish Iron Maiden was still famous. I could make a lot of money as their mascot.
You know, that was weird when my computer was printing out all those 666 things. I was like, wow, this is like Ghost. Remember when Patrick Swayze?
Somebody's trying to get you a message.
Yeah. I was like, wow. Satan.
But that's what I was asking. I mean, if something supernatural did happen to you, would you be able to handle it?
No. I'd shit my pants. Anything, like even like a penny going up the wall like in Ghost. Like if somebody I knew, like if my dead aunt contacted me, like my Aunt Shirley, who I love.
Or Beth died and she was trying to get a message to you.
And then all
the
of a sudden,
love of your life.
all of a sudden, you know, Whoopi Goldberg comes to my house banging on the door and, okay, what do you want? And I know, I'd have her arrested, number one.
Yeah, she'd never get past your door.
No, I'm a pretty I'm an upright citizen, you know what I mean? And the fact of the matter is then if all of a sudden like a penny started to fly across the room or a computer message, I've shit my fucking pants.
Me and my father have a password, and I'll know.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
For real?
Yeah. If
I bring a psychic in here and they can tell the password, would you be impressed?
Me and my father actually had this discussion.
For real?
After he was laying there dead, and we watched the Houdini thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I was laying there dead. God,
Half
slipped
dead.
that was.
Go
She was
ahead.
yeah, pretty much. Oh, for
I
the
would have
most
gotten
part,
back to that.
for the most part, dead.
Right.
And all we did for the last 6 months of his life was have death conversation after death conversation. And we saw this thing about Houdini, and he said, it took 2 seconds. Let's pick one. And he gave me a word.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in one of these fucking psychics.
Okay.
You know, even bring
Because you know
in,
they can't get the word.
bring in Kreskin, all those mind reader types.
They can't. At least Kreskin isn't a mind reader. You know, I'm going
not
to bring
gonna
in.
give you
I'm going to
any
bring in
other hint, but
Sylvia
it's a-
Brown or
it's
one
a
of them.
word. It's a
Good.
word.
Don't say anything more.
Oh, Sylvia Brown can only get initials.
I'll tell you what. If a psychic can come here and tell Artie the word, I will fucking eat my words.
Wow.
I will then support the psychic community. Because they're the biggest bunch of fucking scam artists. And anybody who hires psychics or mind readers or, other than because it's a party fun thing, I mean, anyone who takes that shit for real, forget about it. I mean,
Should I tell one other person the word?
No. No, you know the word.
You
That's
keep
enough.
the word to yourself.
Just, okay.
Is it?
You wouldn't lie, would you?
No.
Is it Darth Nihilus?
I'm hoping my father remembers.
Yeah, what if he actually is contacting you like Ghost?
Well, I can't remember it. No, he'd remember it. We had a very, actually, we had several conversations about it. I thought, he goes, I don't know how much longer I got. And
That's cool. No, say no more.
Okay.
We're going to do it. You talk about Ghost.
But you're saying you'd support the psychic community.
Yeah.
No, you just support that psychic.
I absolutely would. I just hope it's not a baseball. It's not Thurman Munson or something.
no,
Good.
it's nothing that. The only hint I'll give you is we made it so it wouldn't be obvious,
Good.
something like that.
Hey, there's a psychic who showed up. I guess she works here at Sirius.
She's willing to do this?
Yeah, she says she'll tell you the word.
All right.
Where's Artie?
Artie left. He doesn't want to know.
And then Blue Iris and Bigfoot are going to come in. We're going to do Guess What's in My Ass. Give him a chance to win a couple of bucks.
There's somebody playing this game, huh?
Yeah, well, if they can tell. Hey, Artie, there's a psychic here claims she can tell the word.
Oh, wow.
All right.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
How about, we could have this be a continuing contest if
Yeah.
this woman doesn't get it. Any psychic
Okay.
can apply.
Yeah, absolutely. Any psychic. This is our first psychic, though.
So she's claiming she'll get this word.
That's what Tim just said. Please bring in the psychic. I don't even know her name.
I almost want you to look at it so there's someone else who could have the genuine surprise I have, but I'll.
No, we want to look at you
Yeah.
and see.
All right.
I mean, I will look at it to verify,
you
but
have it in, yeah.
After.
afterwards.
I don't want you knowing.
Wow, she's hot.
Wow, you're a hot psychic. Why are you? Oh, that's an intern.
Oh,
Hot. You're like, wow.
Jesus.
It's like, wow, that's
Having
some
bad luck
psychic.
with Miss. You're hot too.
Hi there. How
What is
are
this?
you?
Mary O.
Mary. Oh, Mary.
Ochino.
Mary, you work here at Sirius?
Yeah, Angels on call every day from 8 to
Paisan.
11. I'm a Paisan.
Angels on call. What channel?
102 Serious Stars.
Oh, you're on Sirius Stars with Jay? Jay Thomas is on there? and-
Yes, and Deepak Chopra, I'm on with him also on Saturdays, too.
Okay. All right. So here it is. It's plain and simple.
I'm nervous.
Artie Lang's father died several years ago.
He died in 9th.
Don't.
Okay.
You're telling too much.
The challenge is Artie and his dad had a password because his father was dying. And he's never told anyone the password. I am dead set against psychics, I'll tell you that. I'm completely skeptical. I don't think
That's
psychics.
okay.
I think it's a sham and a fraud and all
Well,
of that
it's
stuff.
not really how it
That's my feeling.
That's okay. You're entitled to your
Right. If you can tell him the word, I actually have the word in my pocket, so we'll get verification. It was a pact between him and his father. If you do that, you will not only change my opinion of psychics, I will kiss your feet.
Right here.
Right here.
I will too. Am I allowed to tell her how this came about? Like why we did it?
Don't tell her anything.
Tell her anything.
In fact, I'll kiss your shoes. I won't even kiss your feet.
You'll kiss the outside of her shoes.
And I will call you the world's greatest psychic, and I will never speak badly of psychics again.
Well, no, you could speak badly with other psychics, But
You
all I'm
say
gonna
you're real.
Well, I've been tested by Arizona University, Deepak Chopra, and Harvard scientists.
Well, how were you tested?
For 4 years, research. I have multiple sclerosis, and for 8 years, I couldn't leave the house.
Go ahead.
And I kept telling Dr. Gary Swartz, the author of the Afterlife Experiments, who experimented on John Edwards and everybody else, and Mary, do you want to go on TV? I couldn't. I was too sick. I couldn't even leave my house.
Go ahead.
I didn't want it. Any accolades.
Right.
I just did triple blind studies. I never knew who the person was. They would just say, meditate and give me what you're getting on some person. No name, no address, no nothing.
Less than even what I gave you with Artie.
That's even too much.
Too much.
I don't even. It's like painting on a clean canvas.
Your name is Mary
Ochino.
Ochino. Okay.
Hey, Howard.
From Brooklyn.
Can I ask you a question, Mary? Mary, what's your greatest moment as a psychic? Like, if you found, I don't know, dead people or kidnapped kids, like, what's your greatest psychic moment?
Oh, there's many, but I think it's when, when you can try to change somebody from maybe committing suicide, and see them that they have hope in their life. Because what I'm not just a psychic medium. Deepak has he put an addendum to this psychic medium thing. They were putting me in this little box as somebody who reads it. I read consciousness.
All right, listen to me.
Quantum physics. That's quantum physics.
All I'm telling you is, you can pull this off, I'm telling you, I'm going to kiss your shoes.
What is already needed?
And I will deem you the world's greatest psychic, and I will believe in psychics.
Me too.
The possibility, anyway.
Well, I will believe in you. I will believe you, and I will.
No. I'm saying he wants to now believe in all psychics because of your work.
Right. No, you
That's
can't believe in
not
all.
right.
No, you can't believe. There's only one Howard Stern.
But I will believe in you.
So I'm not going to say that I believe every shock
Some of
jock
them
is you.
You're saying you're the real deal. I will believe in you, and I will speak about you forever.
He will go to you.
I will go to you.
Okay. Anytime.
Right.
I keep getting initials when I talk to your father.
Do you want me to come over there?
No, you
Okay.
you don't. You could be in Taiwan. I don't need you here.
Okay, good.
All I keep getting, I'm going to tell you that your father had a loose way of speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And for some reason he's cool. Can I say what I'm?
Yes.
Okay. Because I have kids that listen to my show, and I have to be careful. But he's calling you an asshole.
Right.
Okay? And not because he's trying to demean you. It was almost like a loving term. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's going how you doing, a-hole? Like that kind of thing. And he keeps bringing me by ships. Big ships down the docks, down by the piers. Okay? And I'm seeing him with tools. Like construction tools, contracting tools. Okay? I see a lot of concrete around your father. It almost makes me feel like he wanted to talk about being in a mausoleum instead of being underground.
Notice we're being careful not to say anything.
No, I don't want to.
Right
No, I'm. He's making me. What happens is I see different things that's coming. He keeps showing me cars now, and now he's making me say Chevys. He's making me see I'm looking at a GTO. I'm looking at cars going. I'm looking at souped up cars from the 60s and the 70s. I'm looking at Mustangs. He's bringing me back. He's bringing me back 30 years, 35 years. And I keep seeing cars, and I see him as you remind me of your father a lot. Who's Mike connected to your father? Mikey. When they give me a name, it's either who they are, who they're with, or who they're trying to talk. Something going on around you. Who's connected to you right now? Someone named Mikey.
Right. I have
Mike Hunt.
I have 4 of my best friends in the whole world are named Mike.
Okay.
But
Well, I don't know you from Adam. I'm just telling you what he's making.
Will he give us the password?
The only thing I'm getting, he keeps showing me that makes me feel it has to do with a key and it has to do with a car. I feel like I'm opening a key or a lock to something.
Am I allowed to answer you now?
Yes.
All right. My father would use a term that could sound a little hateful as a loving term, but it was never asshole. Jerk off, something like that.
Well, that's what I mean.
You mean that? All right.
That kind of a thing. It's
But what is the secret password? That's all. I'm looking for one word.
There was no Mikes in my father's life that I knew of.
I didn't say it had to do with your father's life.
Right.
I told you I'm an intuitive explorer of consciousness around you. That means your father shows me what's going on around you, not just what's in the past, because then I could be just a mind reader.
The biggest thing you said that makes any sense that might be close is the docks. I worked at the docks at the port.
Okay.
And my father was into cars. He loved cars from the 60s.
And your father worked with tools because he was a.
And he worked with tools because he was a guy who worked construction.
So this is he's showing me.
Is the word?
But all I can tell you is
I
that
want just say to Mr. Lang, Mr. Lang, what is the secret password that you left Artie on the deathbed, and then give me the word, and then I'll believe. Because all this is total horseshit.
Yeah, I mean,
I really think so.
Yes.
I gotta say, I'm not.
The name Mike is the most popular name.
No, I'm not talking about the name Mike.
I'm showing you what the skeptic thinks. Mike is the most popular name in the country.
Okay.
So everyone's got a Mike in their world.
Okay.
Number two, most men, Artie's father's era, of course, most men are into cars in some way. A lot of guys who work with tools, and every man
On
has
the
tools
docks?
in his life. No, Artie worked on the docks. He said he saw
My
ships.
father didn't. I worked on the docks,
But
and
I
I started
told you-
working there after he passed away.
Right.
Wait, but
The word asshole had really nothing. He never called Artie an asshole. But
Well,
listen to me. I'm looking for one specific thing.
Nothing you said totally blows me away. Right?
but listen to me.
I'm not saying that was bad.
No, I'm not. I just
want the word. What is the secret password that, say, Mr. Lang, you were on the bed and Artie said you made a pact. What was the word? That's all I want. All the other hocus pocus I don't care about.
No, don't. You just blew me out of my head.
Oh, okay. Get back in your head.
So I have to. What I'm actually doing is going backwards on the bed and trying
That's
to.
right. They made a pact,
Okay.
just like Houdini did with his wife.
Right. That's what inspired that story.
Okay.
But that's probably why he keeps showing me locks and keys.
Okay.
All right, like
is the word
Houdini-
lock and key?
It could be because he keeps showing me locks and keys like Houdini.
Okay.
Houdini, you had to unlock.
Yes. So
The
he
chain-
maybe there's that association. What is the actual word?
It
It's
makes
one
me
word.
feel like treasure.
Treasure is the word?
That's how I feel.
Treasure.
Treasure.
Artie?
It's not even close.
Okay. I'm not even going to look at the paper then.
I gotta say, and this has nothing to do with a lock
It's
or
either
a
dream,
key.
treasure. That's how I just feel.
Listen, I listen. The doc thing was sort of there. I do have an extraordinary amount of people named Mike in my life. I have 4 of my best friends are named Mike. My favorite cousin's name's Mike. Well, one of my favorite cousins. But again, nothing you said was so impressive.
I'm not here to wreck your day.
You didn't wreck my day.
You're doing your thing. I just wanted to
You
see
didn't
if
wreck
someone
my
could. We're going to call in every psychic in the world. We invite them all to come in and do this.
Okay.
But you have not changed my mind today.
Okay, no, that's quite all right. That's quite all right.
But we
what
will
I-
listen to you on Sirius 102.
Thank you.
Definitely.
But like I
Thank
said,
you.
I read things that are around you. I read what's going on around you. I read what your father's trying to tell you now. They don't just come through to say, hey, listen, this
I
is
hear
what it
you,
is.
but I just need one psychic to come in here
What's he
and tell
trying
me
to tell
the
me now?
word.
What's he trying to tell me?
He's trying to tell you to lay off the cupcakes and the Starbucks. Right? I'm pretty sure. of
If
that.
you want to make this an
Well, thank you.
ongoing thing, if he tells you anything else, let me know. I mean, so I'll be very. acceptful.
Thank you for trying.
You're
though.
very welcome.
I appreciate it. You're a very nice woman. I like
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Thank,
Thank you.
That's Mary, right? Mary O?
Mary O. Thank
Mary
you,
O.
Howard.
Thanks, Mary O. That's Mary O. She's on Sirius 102, and I am still going to remain a skeptic.
Mary, that was a tough task they just kind of threw at you.
It's a tough task because they're very skeptic and they don't understand, but it was very enjoyable. And I think there's more to it than they're not seeing. I mean, I don't think it's so coincidental that the father shows me the piers, he shows me the cars, he called his son an a-hole, and he said, no, my father called me a jerk-off. He said, but I knew it was that, but there's something more with the keys and everything else.
We gotta go.
I gotta go. I have a show on.
Oh, okay. Hello, Bigfoot.
Yeah, what's up?
What's happening, man?
Not much.
You're here for a game today.
Yes, I am.
Do you know which game you're here to play?
Oh, supposedly guess what's on my ass.
Guess what's in my ass, right?
Right.
Are you psyched? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I see you've got a new suit for today.
Yeah, I've had this from
right this way, Mr. Foot.
The previous shows.
Oh, okay. But this is one of the finer points of the repertoire here. I like
Yes,
it. I like it.
it
Let's see.
is.
Let's get a good shot at it. I like that. It's good. All right, man. Well, you're going to be playing against Blue Iris.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think you can take her? Can you beat her?
I think I can.
All right. Well, best of luck to you today.
Yeah.
And I hope you have fun playing.
Yeah.
All right.
I will.
Thanks a lot, man.
I'll try my best.
You always do.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. We'll check back with you in a little bit.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Hi, fans.
What's up, Blue?
What's up?
Good to see you.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
It's good to be here.
Are you excited today?
Yeah.
You know what you're playing?
No.
A little game.
Yeah.
I think it's called Guess What's in My Ass.
Oh my God.
Are you, is your ass sensitive? Are you able to tell things that when they're placed in there?
I don't know. I've been told I'm psychic, but I don't know about the ass.
But you seem willing. You always seem up for anything, Blue.
Yeah.
That's what we love about
I
you.
like to be a good sport.
You are. You're a great sport.
What the hell?
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
Only live once.
Yeah.
All right, it is time to play. Let me see if I have this right. What is it?
Bigfoot just went to the bathroom. I tried to stop him, but he just walked right over me.
Is he making a turd?
I don't know what he's doing. I'm like, you're about to go in the air. He's like, I have to go now.
He does this all the time.
He's taking a shit.
Yeah, but he's supposed to use his ass to guess.
I know.
Oh, that's awful. What an... Oh, my goodness.
Makes the bit way better.
How are we going to
Yeah,
get...
as long as you're not playing.
That kid knows how to make a bit better.
Mr. Foot, did you shit yet? Did you hold it in? All right, well, we're ready to get you on the air, buddy. All right, hurry up. That was quick.
He's definitely not going to wash his hands.
Hurry up, it is. Wash your hands.
Ate some hot chili peppers.
Oh, jeez.
Did you wash your
Bigfoot,
hands?
come on, man. We
Yeah.
gotta get this segment going. Bigfoot. What was that dump like, man?
Nasty.
Nasty one?
Yes.
Who's the guy at Howard TV that's in charge of putting
It's
the
either,
object in Bigfoot's
Isaac
ass?
or I are gonna do it. Either Isaac or myself.
If you're going to catch a wicked
I'll
whiff.
do it. I don't care.
You're going to get that mask? So
Yeah, I gotta get a mask now.
Put on gloves.
Yeah, Will, put some sort of hazmat suit on.
Oh.
When is Bigfoot going to be off the potty?
He's off.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. Bigfoot and Blue Iris are here. They want to play Guess What's in My Ass.
Well, I think it's only fair that Blue Iris now go.
Go take a shit?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that won't help her.
Whose ass did we use for the What's in My Ass promo here? Do we know?
I don't know.
That looks like Christie's.
I think Richard Christie's
You think
ass.
Richard provided?
Definitely
oh
a guy's
goodness.
ass. Up here they are, Bigfoot, and Bigfoot's in a suit.
In a suit. What
Looks
is he
very
trying
good.
to do?
And Blue Iris, who's very thin. Sexy Blue Iris. She looks thinner. Well, maybe it's the outfit.
I think
We
so.
can't hear you, honey. Sit down. Sit
I'll
down.
give it to
Sit down. We don't know what you're saying. All right, very good. Hi, Blue Iris. You are a porno star. You're an old porno star. You're actually an older woman who is into porno. Bigfoot. Everyone knows you and loves you. You've been on the show many times. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, and you're wearing a suit. Where'd you get the money for that?
Oh, I got it during a few of my appearances on stage there, and when I was in Burlington, and when I went to New York.
Now, Blue Iris, you're breathing very heavy. Is that you with that noise?
Asthma.
Asthma. Blue Iris, I see you looking at Bigfoot like you're attracted to him. Are you attracted to Bigfoot?
I like Bigfoot a lot. I'm not attracted to him. But Beetlejuice and I are attracted.
Yeah. And Bigfoot, what about you with the ladies? Have you ever made love to a woman who's as attractive as Blue Iris?
Not really.
No. She's way out of your league.
She'd be a catch for you.
She'd be a catch for you?
No, she's not way out of my league. I've had some others in my league.
Some others.
Like her is
Right.
when he came up from Vegas is,
Right.
and I shared him with 3 other guys is.
Oh.
Would you make love to her, though, if she said to you, Bigfoot, I will have sex with you? Would you, or is she a turnoff to you?
I would make love to her.
You would?
Yes.
All right. Well, isn't that nice, Blue Iris? Bigfoot
Yeah.
would make love to you. And Blue Iris, what have you been working on? You got any movies coming out, any porno, anything that we'd want to see you in?
Yes, but they're not done yet.
And
You've
what
been working hard?
I have. Yes, I have. I have 3 videos that I made with Enemy and Golden Hills pictures, and they're for sale on my website. And they're like 3-minute movies, and they're very funny. They're like an off-color Lucille Ball stunts.
I see. And as far as porno goes, have you done anything kinky or weird lately?
No, I can't because the porno website isn't up yet, and I promised them I wouldn't do any other porn.
All right, fair enough. They want to keep you exclusive. Is that it?
Are you under contract?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this.
It's my own company.
You're under contract to yourself.
Yeah.
All right, well, and you promised yourself you would not work.
No, I promised my partners I wouldn't work.
All right, fair enough. And what about you, Bigfoot? Are you making any money these days? I know you've been having your problems.
Oh, I've been making some money selling my autographed pictures of me and you standing side by side with your little puppet there. It is.
Oh.
Your cardboard puppet it is.
All right.
And bumper stickers I got.
I think you must be talking about a cardboard stand-up of me.
Yes, I am.
So you're not actually standing next to me. You're standing next to a cardboard stand-up of me.
Right.
I see. All right. Well, Bigfoot is making some money. And how much can you get for autographing a picture of myself and you?
$15.
No kidding.
Yes.
Well, that's terrific then. I'm
$15?
And he's glad to pay it.
Wow.
And on my website, I have a shirt that goes for AIDS for rent for people with AIDS living on the streets.
Well, that's very nice. Now, Bigfoot, it says here that you are taking a drug for an anger problem. What is the drug?
A couple weeks ago, I had this guy kept getting in my face, and he got in my face twice in one weekend it is, and my other girlfriend it is, Mel there it is, she got her art business going it is, and she got in the middle of Terry and me it is, and I was about ready to snap his neck.
Why would you're a very large, big, muscular man. Why would anyone get in your face? Why did he get in your face? What was his problem with you?
He has an alcohol problem, it is, and like I told the people in the back room, and there it is, it's like I'm my own judge and jury, it is, when an argument starts happening.
Of course.
I have to intervene and try to simmer things down in a peaceful manner before somebody gets hurt.
All right. Well, so
why would you intervene?
Huh?
You intervene on your own behalf.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
First, you're in the argument, and then you intervene.
Right.
And why do you think all these people start in with you?
I think because I intimidate them, it is, and I'm so large, it is, I scare them in different things I do.
So you went to a doctor and got a medication of sorts to calm you down because you're afraid that you might snap someone's neck?
Right.
Right. And what is the drug that you're on?
It's
Pampers?
Not Pam. Pam something it is.
Pam?
Yeah.
What is he talking about now?
Pamela Sue Martin.
Lorazepam?
No, it's like a I'm trying to think of the name of it is.
Diazepam?
Yeah, there you go. Diazepam.
What is it?
Diazepam.
Azepam.
Yeah.
Better bring the psychic back to figure out what he's talking about.
Anyways, it's like a Valium it is.
That would be diazepam.
So now if a guy gets in your face, what happens? You just kind of laugh it off?
Yeah, you just kind of take a half a pill it is and just put it in my mouth it is, and after a while it'll calm me down just like a little baby in a crib.
Really?
Now some of the guys said you're going to try and feel things with your ass today and guess what's in your ass. Some of the guys said you just took a dump. Is that true?
Yes.
Wow. Are you
because I
embarrassed?
had a bunch of hot chili peppers.
Some of the guys claim that after you made a duty that you didn't wash your hands. Is that true?
I washed them.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Some of the guys said you didn't.
He kind of fibbing.
He's fibbing.
What amount of acids and hot scalding water and industrial soaps do you think it would take to officially clean your ass, Bigfoot? Do you clean your ass on a regular basis?
Yes, I do. I take showers whenever I can able to find a house. I can able to take a shower.
When's the last time you were able to do that?
This Saturday. It was not yesterday. The day before that.
So you haven't showered in 2 days.
Yeah.
And you just shit. Right?
Yeah.
Let's play what's in his ass.
Howard.
And yes,
this is the 5th time he shit today, by the way, too.
Really? Why?
And I looked at your hands. Those are not clean hands. Look at your nails.
My nails are always like that.
Covered with shit?
Yes.
No. That is dirt. It is from
your
me doing whatever I do out on the streets.
That's shit.
Like wipe your ass.
Bigfoot.
Why are you going so much?
Yeah, why? 5 times in one day is crazy shitting.
Anyways,
What are you
coffee
eating?
works like a laxative like me.
All right.
Yeah, you're like everybody else.
Between the hot chili peppers and the coffee, the black coffee, it's just like taking an X-Lax.
Well, is that what your breakfast consists of? Hot chili peppers and coffee?
Oh, that's just during lunch.
Oh.
Well,
I only eat one meal a day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Is that because you can't afford food?
I can afford food. It is. I just.
Blue Iris, are you sucking on your dentures? Is that what's going on? That noise? You keep going.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What is that?
That's from tardive dyskinesia.
From what?
Tardive dyskinesia.
I don't know. I gotta go. This place is too crazy.
Tardive dyskinesia?
Yeah.
Is that what you have?
Yeah.
And what does that cause you to do? Suck your teeth like that?
It's involuntary movements because they committed medical malpractice on me.
They committed malpractice?
Yeah, and I shut them down.
Yeah, all right.
You want to hear something from me? I managed to get a cold sore eating a bush too much.
You got a cold sore?
Eating a bush?
The bush.
The bush.
Eating pussy?
Yeah, eating pussy.
You must get
You
some
got
great
herpes?
pussy.
No,
That's
I
herpes.
got a cold sore on my lip eating a pussy too much one night.
You got mouth ache.
That's a herpes.
No, that's not a herpes. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
cold sore from eating pussy too much.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that's what a herpes is. Herpes is a cold sore on your lip.
You two are.
Oh, I thought it was just from eating too much pussy.
Well, that's
No.
what happens when you eat too much bad
If you
pussy.
eat bad pussy, yeah,
You
you
ate
get
bad
that.
pussy.
You gotta get good
Which
pussy.
ones do you know which ones are good between the ones that are bad?
Yeah.
Why are they wearing masks?
They're afraid of when you pull down your pants and feel shit with your ass, it's going to be weird. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, you ate bad pussy and you got herpes. Right.
It
on your
weren't
lip.
herpes. It was just a cold sore right in the middle of my lip.
Yeah, that's what that is. A
A
herpes.
cold sore is caused by herpes.
Oh, I didn't know those were herpes.
Yeah.
We hate to throw the cold water of life into your face,
Do you look at...
but you have shit nails and herpes on your mouth.
Oh, that's just normal me. I'm just trying to take after Harry and Henderson.
You know, when you
I
eat,
got the little looking beard just like them.
when you eat pussy, do you look at it first to make sure that there's nothing on it?
No, it don't matter to me. It is. I just lick it clean.
Right.
Oh, Jay.
Oh my God.
Hell, you must be turned on, Blue Iris. Blue Iris, you say you went to the hospital and now you're suing them?
No, it was an unfortunate thing, and I started a group called Citizens Against Shock, and Howard K. Smith, before he passed away, did a 90-minute special on me called Madness and Medicine. They destroyed my health.
All right. Well, let's get on to the game. I think it's time.
Yeah,
Bigfoot,
we're getting bummed out here.
Yeah, I don't want to be
congratulations.
bummed out.
Really?
way-
I could listen to this for 7 hours.
Bigfoot, by the way, congratulations. I understand you just... Do you see that noise you're making?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, make it again.
No, I can't. It's awful.
It's
making
in
me nuts.
It's in Tartarnesia.
Maybe
won't
she's
make it.
from Amnesia.
She makes a noise now.
Well, they gave me 1,400 milligrams of Stelazine, 1,400 milligrams of Prolixin, 1,400 milligrams of Malaril, and every 4 hours. I have nothing but scars on my body from that particular hospital. But
Yeah, I only take 500 milligrams of Seroquel.
not every 4 hours.
He's just trying to knock out a horse.
You take enough drugs to knock out a horse?
Well, yeah.
You take 500. What other medications are you on, Bigfoot?
Right now, I'm on like 16 medications.
All of them for what?
All kinds of things. Which ones do you want to know first?
Any of them. What do you want?
Yeah, we.
I have a seizure disorder. I'm schizophrenic. I got acid reflux. I got saltwater disease. I got
saltwater disease.
Yeah,
saltwater disease.
What is saltwater? I go in the salt water and I get the hives.
Where do you go to salt water? What, you go to the ocean and swim?
Yeah, that's where I came from.
You came from the ocean?
You came from the ocean?
In a sense, we all did. Haven't we? We all evolved from the ocean.
Yeah.
And why do you keep trying to go back?
That's a heavy thought.
Are you sure you didn't come from Ocean Township?
What do you mean that's where you come from? Where do you come from? The ocean?
From Connecticut.
Yeah. And
the ocean is in Connecticut?
And you suffer from
usually.
salt. And so why not just avoid salt water and then not take the pill? Why not just not go in the ocean?
Because I like going in the ocean. Because it's no rocks to hit in the ocean.
There's no what?
Rocks.
Rocks in the ocean.
At least you're not going to worry about hitting a ledge out in the ocean.
I don't know what he's talking about.
All right, never mind
Is
that.
it hard for you to avoid in everyday life walking into ledges?
Bigfoot, what is this? I understand you just bought a car.
Yeah, I bought a Geo Metro.
And you paid $190 for the car.
Yeah. And it runs, actually.
And it actually runs.
Yeah, and I got the title and bill of sale still on it.
And you this is how you make a living. You pick people up in the car and drive them places.
Yeah.
People must be shocked when they hire a driver and a $190 car shows up.
Does your air conditioning work?
Yeah, when you roll the windows
Does
down.
it have a petcock?
You don't have air conditioning. I don't either. You should see what I pay.
I have air conditioning. This is when I turn the fan on.
I see. So the thing runs, and you fill it up with gas, and then you pick people up and you take them to the airport.
Yeah, it's
Good
actually
for you.
cheaper in my caddy.
Well, now it's time to play a game. The game is called Guess What's in My Ass. What we're going to do is you're going to lay down on the bed over there.
Yeah.
And we'll place things on your ass.
Right.
And you see if you can tell what it is. Try and feel it with your anus. And if you can tell us what it is,
and your butt cheeks.
we'll give you $100 per item, whoever wins, okay?
All right. Sounds good to me.
All right. Blue Iris, can you handle this? Are you going to be able to do it, baby?
Oh, no.
Oop, you just pulled off Blue Iris's wig. Oh, my God. Put that thing back on. Isaac, you pulled off Blue Iris's wig with her headphones. What did you...
She needs to take that thing off, man. All right, let's make it like that never happened.
All right. Iris, sorry about that.
Come on.
It's okay.
It's okay. You still look beautiful. You know, you look good without the wig, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
You do.
But this is my...
Look.
Never mind. Thank you, Howard.
You're pretty. You're a pretty girl. Go ahead. Get over here.
I gotta go.
Already made
This
out
show is too crazy. This is too crazy.
All right, let's.
What else can happen?
All right, you got the mic.
Howard, you want me to take my pants off?
Yeah, in order to Iris, you're gonna have to pull your pants down in order
Okay,
to.
I will.
All right. and same with you, Bigfoot. You
Oh God!
pull
help
it down.
us.
Howard, there's big stains in his underwear.
Did you make stains in your underwear, Bigfoot?
Those are natural. Those are skid marks.
Yes, you're right.
They say kosher. Kiss me, I'm kosher.
Now, Blue Iris, you pull your. Blue Iris. All right.
Okay.
Obviously, now, guys, I'm
What
going
a
to take
nightmare.
the first item is up for bid. I'm going to first do Blue Iris because she's a lady. Ladies always go first. Now, Blue Iris, obviously we can't, you know. Oh, you're putting blindfolds on them. Good. Blue Iris, you okay?
I'm fine. My kids are going to kill me.
All right. Bigfoot, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Bigfoot, you got a lot of zits on your ass. Anybody ever tell you that?
Oh, I know that. I sit down too much.
All right. Okay, here we go.
Oh, my God.
What is it, Will? What is going on over there?
I can't tell if his underwear is bloody or if it's just skid marks.
I told you I bleed out my ass.
Oh. You bleed out of your ass?
I told you that. You didn't believe me?
Well, maybe you should see a doctor about that.
Can we get Dr. Jules down here again, the karaoke?
I was gonna say, can we get some healthy asses to play this game?
Well, I'm gonna throw up.
Oh my God, this
All
is
right,
terrible.
are we ready now? Now, obviously, Iris, we can't, shove this thing up your ass. But so what we're going to try and do is put it in the crack there, and hopefully you'll be able to tell what it is.
Yeah,
okay?
you'll have to sort of help them with your hands without touching it to get it
Guide
in.
us, okay? Because we certainly don't
I
want...
can't touch the item.
only with your ass cheeks.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Here's item number 1, and I'm not going to say what it is. All right, now let's put it there. Let's see if she can tell what it is. All right, Iris is...
Oh, my goodness.
Iris, are you able to tell what that is? By squeezing it with your ass?
A pen?
Say again?
A pen?
A pen? A P-E-N? A pen?
Correct.
Is that your final answer, or do you want to feel it one more time?
Final answer.
That is not correct. I'm going to give it to Bigfoot. Now, Bigfoot, here's the same item.
Not the same one.
No. Now, put that... spread his cheeks a little so he can get it.
Oh my God!
No, get it. Yeah, come on. There, that's it. So he can feel it. All right, Bigfoot,
try
squeeze it
feeling
and
it.
try and feel it with your ass. Don't touch it with your hand, or you'll be disqualified.
All right.
What do you think it is?
Is it a microphone?
No, it is not a microphone. Is that your final answer? I guess it is.
No,
All right.
dumbass.
The answer to both of you is that was a toothbrush.
Oh, my... Well, he should have brushed it up and down.
Yeah, a toothbrush. You feel that, Bigfoot?
Yeah.
All right, let's try another item.
Bigfoot, in all fairness, that's an item I don't think Bigfoot's ever seen.
All right, Bigfoot, here we go. We're going to put another item. This one, I'm going to let you go first this time because Blue Iris went first the last time. And give him a good shot there so he can feel it. All right, it's lodged in your ass. Will's got it in there. Can you tell what that is? Squeeze your cheeks together, see if you can feel it. Can you feel it?
Oh, jeez.
A rubber ball?
What do you say, judges?
Got to be more specific?
Try to be more specific, Bigfoot. Take another shot at that. You're pretty close.
What?
Can you come up with a squeeze it with your ass cheeks?
I'm trying to think what do you call those balls that is a bounce so much. It is
A Benoit ball?
no
No help, Blue Iris.
You're playing against him, Blue Eye.
Okay.
Don't help him. But make sure you can feel it there, Will. Make sure.
what do you call those things?
Squeeze it again, Bigfoot, and see if you can feel it.
I feel it is. I just can't remember the name of it. It's like a Super Bowl. It is.
Super Bowl is not the right answer. I'm going to have to move to Blue Iris. Iris, feel this and tell me if you can get it. We're going to put it in your ass.
Blue, when's the last time you took a dump?
Okay, come on, Isaac. Use your hand there with the glove. You got a glove on. What's the matter with you? Make this happen. All right, there. Squeeze it and tell us what you think it is.
A ball.
Well, you'd have to be more
grape?
specific. It's not a grape. Is it? All right. I'm gonna have to
a rubber ball.
No,
a
it's
Jack's ball.
It is a ping pong ball.
Oh, darn.
A Jack's ball?
A ping pong ball, Bigfoot.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right. We're going to try one more object now. So far.
I knew neither one of them would be able to figure out it.
All right, Blue Iris, you'll go first this time. Let's try the next object.
Okay.
No, not that one. Go.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
So far, nobody's won any money.
No one's won a dime. All right. Blue Iris, go ahead, Isaac. Put it.
No one's a winner in this room right now, Robin.
Get it in there so Iris can feel it. Iris, there it is. What is that? Come on.
I don't know.
All right, give it to Bigfoot.
There's no way he's going to get it.
Bigfoot, squeeze it.
I'm trying to squeeze it. It is.
Come on, Bigfoot. Come up with an answer.
Oh,
Come on, you can
I'm
get some money.
trying
This
to
is-
come up with an answer.
All right.
A rubber.
Both of them are laying flat on the ground. Their pants are off. They are examining these objects with their buttocks.
Oh, no.
Bigfoot, a guess? Robin's looking at it. She can't even tell what it is.
A toy doll?
No, it's a bar of soap.
I thought it
No way he's
was.
going to get that.
All right, I'm going to give you one last time. Go to the last item on the list.
In my house, we keep the money under a bar of soap.
All right. Soap was not. All right. Go give this one to Bigfoot first. It's his turn. Bigfoot, can you tell what this is?
Yeah, it's a cloth.
A what? It's not a cloth. Sorry. Go ahead, Irish. What do you think this is? Get it right, and you win the money. You just have to
A banana?
No. Ah, shucks, Robin. Close. It was corn on the cob.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, neither of you win any money, but, maybe we could, just for being good sports. We have a $500 prize for Guess What's in My Ass. What if we divided it up equally between us?
I think that'd be terrific.
Yeah, $250 apiece. How's that?
Thank you.
Is that okay, Bigfoot?
Sure.
Another way to put it in Bigfoot's terms is, you want another car.
Yeah, this sounds like a better game show.
And you have money left over for gas. Well, there they are, our two contestants. And I want to thank clipsforsale.com for sponsoring What's in My Ass. It's the #1 site on the net for adult and fetish video clips with over 500,000 clips to choose from. That's clips4sale.com. Everyone, what's in my ass? And we'll be back right after these words.
Hey, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It was a tie.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened.
Is it that type of a game where,
It's pretty hard to feel exactly what's there is.
Blue Iris had the same trouble, so that must mean something. What is it about your ass that just keeps you from guessing the right answer?
I don't know. It's just something undescribable. You just can't tell what it is.
Was it more the texture or the way it was being placed into your butt crack, or what was going on?
It was the way it was put in my butt crack. I couldn't tell exactly what it was. If you could let somebody touch it with their hands and then have a blindfold on, then you would have more of an idea exactly what you're dealing with it is.
So you think the ass was the wrong cavity or the wrong orifice?
It was the right cavity it is. You shouldn't be able to let the people use their hands behind them it is, and feeling the items it is, and giving some idea what it is that way.
So you're saying we need to modify the game. Maybe let them hold the object in their ass with their hands.
Right.
I think you might be onto something here.
And figure it out by that way it is.
Now, Blue Iris is known as a fierce competitor in games like this.
Yeah.
Are you happy with a tie? Because a lot of people would probably think they'd lose to her in a game like this.
I thought it came out pretty evenly, it did.
You think so?
Yeah.
Right, but are you happy with being even?
Yes, I am happy, very happy. I gave it my best shot it is, and that's the best as I could do.
What was it like laying there in the studio? Your ass hanging out. There's a lot of questions about your hygiene and whether or not you wipe properly.
Yeah, I mean, that can't be helped. It's pretty hard to see behind you when you don't got a mirror in the bathroom to see behind you.
That's true. That's one of the challenges of wiping. I face the same challenge every day.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
It was a tie.
I know.
Bigfoot was just saying to me earlier that, the main problem with the game is maybe your ass crack isn't the best thing to hold an object and feel in.
No, you have the third eye and it's not in your ass, it's in your forehead.
Blue, the jokester. What was your biggest challenge? What did you face, Blue? What was your biggest challenge during this game?
Trying to get it right.
I know, but what was so tough about it?
You can't tell what it is.
Even with because there's something like corn on the cob, for instance, that has a lot of bumps and it's got a very distinct texture.
Yeah, you couldn't feel
You can't feel it.
You can't even feel the bumps when you stick it in the crack of your ass.
You guys got confused with you thought a toothbrush was a pen or a microphone. What gave you that impression?
Because it had that round texture. It did.
Okay, fair enough. But you guys played really well.
Yeah.
And are you guys happy going away with a tie, or did one of you want to come out victorious?
It doesn't really matter to me. At least we both ended up with.
We shared it.
Yeah, we both ended up with something.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, at least we didn't waste the trip here.
We work well together.
I know. I can tell right now.
Yeah.
And Howard also detected some sort of maybe some chemistry romantically.
No, but we have chemistry as friends.
Yeah.
So there's no chance of any type
I have a lot of respect for Bigfoot.
I think it's mutual.
Because he tries so hard.
He does.
With the mental illness.
Right. You guys both mentioned a lot of the medication that you're on, and
yeah, I'm not on. I'm only on Seroquel now, And that's it for bipolar disorder.
Right, and Bigfoot, you mentioned that you're on several different types of medication.
Yes, I am. Several.
How are you feeling now? Are you feeling a little better?
Yeah, I feel a lot better at this.
When you get to be my age, Bigfoot, anger won't matter. You just want positive feelings around
No,
you. And it'll just go right off your head.
Not with me it is. I've had a problem all my life with this.
Yeah, I used to have anger problems.
Yeah,
but they went away when I turned 60.
I have trouble ignoring things it is, and I've always had that problem right along with this.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh.
So this medication helps you sort of let things go.
Yeah, it kind of let things go.
You take Klonopin?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I take Klonopin.
Yeah.
So Isaac, Will was in charge of placing objects in Bigfoot's ass during this competition. You were in charge of inserting or putting objects in the anal region of Blue Iris.
Right.
Describe to me that process and what it was like for you personally.
I thought her ass would be actually a lot rougher to look at. It wasn't that bad, actually. I thought her ass aged pretty gracefully. Not a lot of cellulite, decent shape. I had a little trouble like finding the actual like crevice to put it in. She had kind of like a flat butt, so I kind of had to like put it in her like taint area. I was getting a little mixed up there, so tried my best, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I think Will had a much rougher gig than me.
It was disgusting. I mean, from the moment he pulled down his underwear and I saw those big, like, blood drips stains on it, as well as, like, the ass, fecal matter, and blood stains covered in his underwear, I knew it was going to be disgusting. And then you saw all the giant, like, scabby zits on his ass. And then once we had to open it up, because his ass is actually kind of small, like, he had to open it up a little bit like that, just so you could get the like objects in the asshole, like the ping pong ball or the corn of the cob. So it stunk. I could smell it even through my mask. So you mix the bloody underwear with the scabby ass, with the horrible smell, the lack of showering. I mean, you have quite a treat on your hands.
Jesus. Finish the release. Okay.
I'm uptight.
Richard.
No, I'm not uptight. The release is going to be finished, okay?
Relax.
I smell jealousy.
Relax.
Well, we're gonna.
Dude, she can't go in until the release is completed, okay? So relax. If Howard calls for her, it'll be on your ass, okay?
So uptight.
Get away from me.
Come on. Dude, things are okay.
Stop.
Everything's
Stop
gonna be
touching
all right.
Yeah, everything's fine. You don't have to touch me.
Let me rub your shoulders.
Get the fuck away from me.
He's very
Muscles
tense.
are so
Very
tense.
I haven't seen him yet. He's
We just
Stop
rub your
it.
shoulders.
Go away from me.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
See, this is your problem. You don't ever want to quit.
You started it.
I didn't start anything.
I came in to say hi.
No, leave.
Look, everything's all right. The release is filled out. Iris, he's so tense. Can you give him a back rub?
Yes.
Yeah. Richard, look at this shirt I have made.
I know all about it.
Oh, I love that.
Look.
Don't tell me.
You can, look at that. Give it to Krista to sleep in at night.
Okay.
Take it.
Thanks, Iris.
Yeah.
That rocks.
Why you? That'd be a good way to get things going with Ronnie again. Maybe he would respond better.
I don't care either. No, I don't give a shit. It just makes
Richard, show the shirt.
He didn't say no.
You asked politely.
He didn't say no.
Get him.
All right. Goodbye. Dude, go away from me. You know what? I'm going to start hitting you with this thing.
Oh, come on. I got it.
Richard.
Hey, you motherfuckers! This is Ronnie. What's your problem? Come on, send him on out. What's the problem?
Sorry, Gary. Did you break it? Ronnie's dicking around.
Yeah, Ronnie's sticking around. Get away from me.
He never answered your question.
You too. Don't touch him. I'll touch him because he's the one who eggs him on.
You stupid ass.
Moron.
10-4.
10-4, you stupid ass.
Close that door. Will you, please?
Check Niner.
Can Iris just give you a back rub? You're really tense.
She's talking to you.
Well, then go in there and close the door. Talk to the lady. Go ahead.
Oh,
I already gave her a hug when she came in.
He wants to know. He's very shy.
This guy's the funniest guy I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
And I'm going to give one tape to Artie, one tape to Howard.
Okay,
DVD.
cool.
His name is Stephen Pearl. He's helping me write a sitcom. He plays for 1,000 people in big clubs. But he is a genius.
Look how shy Ronnie is. Ronnie, come in.
Give Ronnie
Just
a
give her a
hug.
hug.
Yeah,
Don't be shy.
He's so
Look at him.
tense.
You shouldn't be tense. Here I come.
He's so tense. I mean,
Come on, let's loosen him up.
Loosen him up.
Come on, it's Wednesday. Oh, there we go.
What is going on?
He needs a cock grab too, I think.
Rub his ass.
Just a little ass rub. A little.